Good morning. It is day 1765 of quarantine. That's what it feels like, at least. We are sitting down to breakfast, and I just wanted to go over our schedules. I've been working on these for a while, and we had them before we moved, and then life happened and the schedules flew out the window, and now we've moved, and I've been revamping them for the new house with some new chores and just updating them a bit. We have a new community day and just a few things have changed. So I've been working on our schedules. This is a schedule for people who are not morning people, because I'm not a morning person, and I think morning people are awesome. I wish I could be more like you, but every time I got online to try to find a schedule, it started at like 5 or like 6 or 7. And I am not a 5, 6, or 7 person. I'm an 8 person, really preferably 9. If I could sleep from 1 a.m. to 9 a.m., that would be my ideal life, but that doesn't happen because I have a baby and children who like to eat, which is really rude of them. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys our schedule and just tell you a little bit of what we do. It's been working really well for us. And yeah. All right, so these are the kids' schedules. I've got one for each of them. I put them in these shop ticket holders just because it makes them a little more durable, and also because I can switch them out if I need to. They all look pretty similar, as you can tell. They are a little different just based on chores and when I need each kid to do what. So in the mornings, we have breakfast at 9, and then we do our morning chores, and each kid has a set of morning chores. They're the same every day for each one. So that's Graham's. Henry, these are his. These are Ella's. So this is what we do every morning. I got these chores, the ideas for them from this chore chart that I have from, it was Money Saving Mom, I think. I'll put a link to that or something similar to that down below, because like I said, I've had it forever. So with their schedules, the kids usually leave these, they kind of take them with them around the house. Hi, Henry. I'm also working on doing one for myself that goes along with theirs. So when it says on theirs reading time with mom, then on mine it says reading time with Graham or reading time with Henry. And then that way I know where I need to be and where my focus needs to be. And when I have periods of time where they're not needing me for their school, I've been filling in with go switch over the laundry, go put the baby down for a nap. And then some of the projects around the house that I haven't had time to get to yet, as we've been still kind of unpacking a few things. It's been allowing me to be more purposeful in my time, which has been really nice. Breakfast and lunch, which I'm gonna do a vlog about this because this has been working really well for us. I made a menu board. So this is the menu board that I have. I know it's weird that it starts on Thursday, but with the quarantine, that seems to be the day that I can go pick up groceries. So that's when I start my board. But it's really nice because the kids can come up and they can go, okay, this is what we're having to eat. So they like being able to come over here and know what we're eating and what is on the menu. And it's nice for me because I've taken one time and decided what we're gonna have. Usually breakfast kind of stays the same, like every Friday we eat cereal or every Sunday we have yogurt. And I don't really change those up too much unless I couldn't get something at the grocery, or we're going through a phase where we're like really hating, I don't know, oatmeal or something like that. So the kids know now. What time is it now after breakfast?
School.
No. Morning chores, right? We gotta do our morning chores. So you can see they've already gotten up and gotten dressed, which is really good. You did a good job. So they're gonna start on their morning chores. You guys go ahead. If you need to get dressed, go make your beds, boys. Okay, go on. So throughout the day, they are kind of working towards this big purple square right down here that says electronic time. This is their reward for doing their schedule and sticking to their schedule and doing the things that are on there, specifically doing their chores with a good attitude without complaining. It's a very good motivator. It's about an hour long, and so it's very easy to say, okay, you know, if you're not finishing your math, or if you're not moving on to reading, if you are arguing with me about making your bed, then we'll have to take 15 minutes off of your electronic time. So it's been a good motivator for them because they want that time, and it helps kind of keep them on track and keep them on their routine. They have been doing a really good job so far. The first day I did kind of go over each chore with them, walked through the chore with them, showed them how to do it, where the stuff was, especially because for Henry and Graham, their chores were a little bit newer and they're younger, and so they need me to do that. With Henry's, on his, one of the things that he has to do is, let's see, empty the trash and vacuum the bathroom. It's the trash bathroom. Bathroom trash is what he's emptying. So obviously that doesn't need to be emptied every day. So I have him rotate bathrooms, and I also go with him and rotate through the bathrooms. And while he is emptying the trash and vacuuming that bathroom floor, I am, you know, cleaning the toilet and cleaning the mirror, wiping the sink down, although Ella and Graham do wipe some of the sinks down. So it helps me keep on track of keeping up with that. In the afternoon, they have, at the bottom section here, they have afternoon chores. You can see number 4 on everybody's is Mom's Choice. So for that, I have a list of chores that are weekly things that need to be done. They're not everyday things that need to be done. So they come check with me when they get their morning, or their afternoon chores finished, and they come see, okay, what does Mom need me to do? So I have things like dust around the television and the entertainment center, or Graham dusted all the windowsills the other day. I'll have Ella vacuum upstairs, or I might have, let's see, I have a day that each of their laundry gets done. So the day after is putting their clothes away from their baskets. So they're all chores that they know how to do, but they don't need to be done every day. So I just kind of pick what needs to be done or what I've noticed needs to be done. Sometimes I'll even have Ella's chore be like, watch the baby for a little bit so I can do a few things. So I'll try to check in with you guys throughout the rest of the day. But yeah, that's what our schedule is looking like so far. It's working really well. I'm hoping to have a printable that you can find the link to in the bottom. I think I'll put it in a Dropbox link. So I'll have a blank one that you can work on yourself, and then I'll also put one that's already filled in, then you can move stuff around a little bit. So, all right, we'll see you a bit later. All right, so I'm coming upstairs to kind of check on where we are on the chores up here. Graham has got his bed made, and Henry is needing some help with his bed because he's a crazy sleeper, aren't you, Henry? So obviously we're still working on the bed making thing. Anyway, so sometimes I will come up here, just check to make sure that things are done in the appropriate way. I want you to pull your sheets up, fix your bed. So the hard thing for me is to not do it for them, because sometimes it'll be easier. I am resisting and making them do it themselves. So as you can tell, Graham is still working on making bed, but it's getting a lot better. At least everything's pretty straight. It is a little bit harder for them to do because their beds are kind of up against the wall. So I will kind of come and help because their arms aren't quite long enough sometimes. All right, so the boys' room's pretty much done. You know, it's not perfectly cleaned up all the time, but it's halfway. Okay, Henry's checking the trash in the bathroom. That's part of his job. So Ella's room is done. She's done with her morning chores. So this is hers. Bed made, looking good. Else, she's dressed. Hooray! Not in her pajamas. So I come up here and I try to check on things. Now it's also when I get the laundry to take downstairs. So today is the boys' laundry day and our wipes. So that's what I'll be working on today. So one of the things with the schedule is I needed to accommodate the baby. Our schedule before, we didn't have this little one. Yeah. So I've planned some things earlier in the morning that the kids can do by themselves. So they have morning time, which everybody's morning time looks different. Our morning time is listening to our CC memory work. And the beautiful thing about that is that they have CDs. And so I will just turn a CD on with our memory work. The kids will play with Play-Doh or kinetic sand or color, do something, and they are able to just listen to that for 30 minutes, which gives me time. Gives me time to feed this little one and get her down for her morning nap and get laundry started. So when you're thinking about your schedule, just kind of look at how your life normally goes and the ebb and flow of things in your daily life. And then try to take that into account. I found that if I try to completely change how we do everything, it does not go well and I don't stick to it. This is one I've been able to stick to well because it's really how our life flows, but it just has purpose to everything. And I'm a lot more intentional with where we are on our time. So I'm gonna get this little one down for a nap and then I'll check back in with you for math time. Grammy, you're doing such a good job on the stairs. Thank you, bud.
Hi, Dad.
You're done with your chores?
Yep.
All right. So what happens if you get done with your chores?
Then I have time.
You have free time till it's time for the next thing, right? Awesome. All right, are you ready for naps? Are you ready for naps? Yeah, it's nap time. All right. And we are gonna be doing what next?
Math.
Math, yeah. We do math first because we want to get it out of the way, but we're gonna do math next. And then who knows what they do after math?
I don't want to read.
Yay, fun.
I'm doing numbers that are close to 9 and have a 9 in them.
Oh yeah? You're figuring out all the ways you can make 9?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite number?
5.
Why is 5 your favorite?
Because I'm 5.
Okay, so for the most part, the kids are able to do their math themselves once I kind of get them started. If they have questions, I'm right here to answer them. But while they do their school, then I'm free to work on my chores. So usually I do laundry. I try to do 2 loads of laundry every day from start to finish. It's a lot easier because I make them put a lot of it away. Which is helpful because that's the part I have a problem with. I can get them all folded into a basket. It's getting them out of the basket and into the drawers that seems to be the most difficult part. So I'm gonna throw a load of laundry in. The baby's asleep right now. So right now it's nice because I'm kind of free to take care of the stuff that I need to take care of around the house. All right, guys, we've finished up lunch and now we are getting ready to do our read aloud. The kids are behind me here. They are working on some, what are you guys working on? Perler beads. They really love to do perler beads. The read aloud we're going to be doing is Flora and Ulysses by Kate DeCamillo. I think is how you say her name. The kids think it's super funny and we really enjoyed reading it so far. So this is what our read aloud time looks like. They get to kind of work on things and color. They do have to stay quiet while I'm reading, but usually once I start reading they're pretty quiet because they want to hear what happens. So anyway, all right, we'll check back in later. Hey y'all, it is my favorite time of day. It is a little after 3 and it's when the kids go outside to play. The baby's usually down for a nap and it is quiet in my house. It's quiet for about an hour until they come running in and wanting a popsicle or something like that. I just wanted to take a real quick minute and talk about some things on the schedule that have worked really well, that while you're creating your own schedule, something to think about. You'll notice that there is free time in there. All the kids have a block of free time in the morning. And I did that originally just because I couldn't think of anything to go in that block that we needed to do that I was gonna be able to do right then. But what I'm finding is that it's working really well because one, excuse me, this is my nap time usually. It's motivating for the kids because they want to get to their free time and be able to have time to just do what they want. 2, it allows me to have some wiggle room. So if we run over on math, or if the baby's having a rough day and she's taking a little bit longer and I'm not able to help as much, or we get behind with where we're supposed to be, that gives us some catch-up room without completely throwing our whole day off. The other thing is our schedule is all in 30-minute increments. So for my kids, it's really easy for them to tell when they're supposed to be moving on because it's on the hour and the half hour. So they kind of know they can, go look at the time and see where they're supposed to be and find what's on their schedule if they, if we get off or they're not sure what they're supposed to do next. The other thing is there are several opportunities, even though it's all scheduled out, again, where things don't quite, I know they don't take as much time. Lunch cleanup does not take a full 30 minutes, or it shouldn't. But it gives me time to truly get lunch all the way cleaned up, you know, get a few things taken care of before it's time to sit down and do our read aloud. It gives the kids a little bit of time to eat their lunch, have a little bit of downtime, and be ready to do a read aloud that comes after that. So just a few things to think about if you're making your own schedule is to schedule yourself some free time and schedule yourself some slots where you know you can make up time so that you're not stressed that you're behind schedule all the time. I'll tell you, the first week that we did this, the first day I was like, this is life-changing. Why haven't we done this before? It's so wonderful. I love this. And then the next day we were half an hour behind on everything. Everybody was crying. I was almost crying. The baby was screaming. And I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever done in my life. Why did I ever do this? And then the next day it was awesome again. So, you know, you're gonna have times where you love it and times where you hate it. It's a tool. Just remember, you don't have to follow it if you don't want to. If you decide you want to just have a day that's a free-for-all day and not worry about the schedule, then have a free-for-all day. Don't worry about the schedule. For me, it takes a lot of the thinking and the brain power out of what all three of my older kids need to be doing. I don't have to think about it, and they don't have to ask me all the time. It's on here. They can figure out what they're supposed to be doing. Graham's the only one that can't read, but he's been doing this long enough now that he knows pretty much what it says. And his sister can read it for him, or his brother can read it for him, and I can read it for him. Hey guys, it's the end of the day, so I just wanted to check in and let you know how the day finished out. Everything went really well. The kids are having their reward time right now, so they're been showered and they're ready for bed. Ella's Zooming with a couple of her friends from back home in Indiana, and the boys are over here. They are watching a show. They're finishing up and gonna be heading up to bed. So I really like them getting ready for bed before this, because then when it's bedtime, they're just ready to go straight up. Did you want to say hi, Graham?
Hi.
How do you like having a schedule, Graham?
It's great. Well, sometimes it's boring.
Yeah.
Right here is my schedule.
Uh-huh.
And right there, computer time and play. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Electronic time is fun.
Mm-hmm.
But bedtime is not.
No.
Bath time is also not fun.
No.
Daddy time is fun.
No.
Very fun.
So yeah, we really are enjoying doing the schedule. It helps keep me on track. I'm gonna keep working on one for myself that aligns with the kids, just so I can stay focused on what I'm doing and give myself some blocks of time where I can work on bigger projects. I have some things that I'd like to do, like painting our dining room table and finishing places around the house that haven't been fully unpacked yet. So anyway, I hope this was helpful to you guys. If you'd like to see more videos like this, you can subscribe. You can also find me on Instagram and on Facebook. I hope you guys have a great evening. Love ya. Bye.